Hi everyone, we just arrived on the train in Cologne, and this is what we saw when we walked out. This is the cathedral, or dome, as they call it. It's right beside the train station. It is magnificent to behold. We're definitely going to go and see it and tour it. Right now we are
possibly
looking for...
walk up it.
Possibly walk up it. It's 508 steps. So we shall see how our backs are feeling from the packs. But
I'm doing it.
now we are looking for our hostel, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Have you met other people?
Whoops. I was filming you.
Met other Americans?
Yeah, everybody in America, I don't know. Always when I ask, you play basketball? I say no, but you can shoot the ball.
Yeah, I just like shooting.
Everybody. In Europe is different.
Oh yeah?
Not everybody can shoot. Only basketball people can shoot the ball, but normal people cannot shoot the ball.
That's probably because everybody's playing soccer. Football.
We're just here, just took a kind of an evening bicycle ride, and we're in this park that's pretty close to our hostel. T-Mobile is really big here, by the way. I noticed that because it's like this huge tower. Looks like a spaceship. But yeah, Adam made a friend. He's from France, and he's a basketball player, so that's why he's here in Germany. And Adam was just shooting the ball with him. He says that all Americans can shoot the ball pretty well, so I thought that was kind of funny. Here he is.
Nothing is so wrong, only basketball.
He was making them like every shot, but ever since I started filming, he hasn't made one. Oh, there it goes. That's all for now.
Aber dann, ja, aber zu mir. Nee, aber dann, ich kann, achso, Entschuldigung. Oh, okay. Achso.
Hallo. Hello.
Hello, here we are in our hostel in Cologne. As you can see, we're right beside a bustling street, and you can hear it at night, but it's actually kind of nice for a change. But I've asked my associate Adam here to discuss what we've been doing for the past few days, since we didn't really get a chance to fully let you guys know that sooner. So, Adam,
Yeah, so
will you tell us a little bit about your time in Koblenz?
we already spoke, before we went to bed on our last night in Koblenz, but the following day we actually got up in the morning and went to a statue, one of the, what was it, Kaisers? One of the Kaisers, or the statue of the Kaiser?
It was Kaiser Wilhelm.
Wilhelm, yeah, it was very interesting history. It was in a, Koblenz is sort of on a peninsula in Germany that goes, it's at the confluence of two rivers, so two rivers are separated and kind of make it into like a sort of a peninsula.
It's the main river.
Rhine and then...
And the Rhine and the Main.
Rhine and the Main. So those two rivers come together anyway. And so the history of it was that one of the, I don't even know the specifics, so I'll just give you the simple version. So an army cornered another army. I guess the Germans cornered some other folks at the end of this peninsula and slaughtered them all. So thousands and thousands of men were slaughtered and killed on this, because they couldn't escape because of the island. I mean, because of the rivers. And so they erected a statue kind of in homage to that, and there are flags, international flags, posted up to kind of serve as a memorial and remembrance. But after that, if we kind of took some pictures, we went to the beer garden where we originally met, or not met, but we went to there with Brad and Heather, and we had some beers and stuff, hung out. We went back there and decided to get lunch, where we got currywurst, which is basically like sausage with like a barbecue. It's a fusion cuisine, as my dad likes to say. Like barbecue and curry flavored. Really good. Like a curry flavored sauce with a little curry powder on top. And then fries with that.
And you can dip your French fries into the sauce.
Yes. And then we had Coke to drink. And Coke is actually expensive here. Soda is expensive. Beer is cheaper. And tap water is almost non-existent. It's considered rude to get tap water because in Germany they feel like you're just trying to get something for nothing, trying to get something free. So you have to pay for it, and like I said, beer is really the cheapest thing. So we've been getting beer and stuff.
I'll take this moment to tell you about my water experience. It's really difficult to find water that's not sparkling, and they call it like with gas. It's water with gas or without gas, and that's what they refer to as the bubbles. But I've made that mistake twice now, and almost a third time, just getting basically tonic water instead of still water because that's what they prefer to drink, and it's gross. So that was my story on the water. Sorry.
Yeah, and did you tell them about the gas station experience? She basically opened a bottle, she bought it, opened the bottle, sipped it, realized it was sparkling, was like, oh, I don't like this. In the U.S., you can, as a lot of people know, you just take it back and say, hey, I didn't realize I got this, can I exchange it? And they'll almost every time just give you, just make an even exchange, but they didn't do that here. They made her pay for another bottle for the still water, as they call it. So, anyway, so after we did those things, we ate at the beer garden, like I said. We kind of walked around a little bit more, and then we made our way by train over to Cologne here. And I have to say it was a lot easier now that we know the train system. Before, we screwed up pretty bad as far as having to switch seats because we didn't realize that people's reservations were listed above the seat. So we didn't make reservations in this because we were told that we didn't need to. And we just hopped on the train, sat in the seat. It was pretty crowded at first, but then we found 2 seats side by side, and we were able to just cruise right over here. About 50 minutes, so it was really good. But that's basically, what we did for our full, or I should say half day in Koblenz before we came to Cologne. So that's the end of our trip there, and we'll pick up back on our trip in Cologne and tell you guys some of the cool things we've been doing here.
So basically my birthday was a travel day, but it had some cool parts to it. We snuggled on the train, which was really fun. It's really scenic. Took a lot of pictures.
I got our birthday cake, aka
the Kit Kat ice cream cone. Everywhere closes on Sundays. I mean, literally just in Germany, everything is closed.
Everything except the restaurants and maybe like a little kiosk or like a little convenience store.
Yeah, and actually most of the restaurants are closed too, but there's a few like kebab places or whatever. But they have, Kit Kat is owned by Nestle here, and so it's just funny because all of the marketing, like the labels, look different. But that was pretty delicious. I enjoyed my birthday dessert. Thank you, honey.
Yep. And to give you a little history on Kit Kat, I do work for Hershey's. Kit Kat actually is owned by Nestle, and it's distributed throughout the United States per license by Hershey. So it is a Nestle item here in Europe, but we do the distribution for it. So a little background information for you there. But anyway, that's what we did in Koblenz. Next video will tell you what we did in Cologne. So stay tuned, and we'll see you guys later.